This is Darren off of Funky Prepper channel, and we come out today near the end of March to do a wild camp in the woods in a lovely remote stealthy place somewhere in the south of England. And the weather's set fair. We're due to be getting temperature drops down to feeling like wind chill at -1 tonight. As you probably guessed, I'm not alone. Come out camping with a really good friend of mine, and I'll introduce him to you shortly. But been here for a few hours now, and the idea is we've been setting up the shelter that we're going to be using, collecting firewood, you know, usual camp tasks, and we're going to be getting a fire on the go pretty shortly because we'll be losing night daylight pretty quick. So just to give you a really brief, quick show of what we've been up to. Well, there she is. There's a DPM basher there, like a lean-to configuration. We've got a huge big tarp on the top there to stop any rain, because it is forecast heavy rain, and we've had showers on and off this afternoon. So yeah, it's nice because it's prompted me to use my little scrim net, which I got last year. I haven't used it yet, so it's been stowed away all this time. So I'm thinking it's a good idea to get it out to see the size of it, how it goes together, how effective it is, etc, etc, etc. We're only going to be here for 24 hours, so we're not going to be spending an awful lot of time setting up the perfect tactical stealth camp, because the idea of this camp is just to get away from it all and buddy time, chew the fat, you know what it is. And let's pan around now and show you what we're up to. There's one set up there, a little fire pit going on in the middle, and some of the set up there. It's a bit dark, so it's going to look better in tomorrow when we show you more detail. Right, I'm going to have a go at doing some natural fire this time. This is going to be some birch bark. I've collected this, man, about 2 years ago now, so it's really proper dried out. So, do your fire layers, that crazy guy in the States, that Dave Canterbury, is it? I think he calls himself. So we're going to be using jackclaw knife and the ferro rod from Scotty over at Wessex Blades. So we're going to attempt something natural. I'm not sure if this is going to work or fail, but there's only one way to try out. All I'm doing now is I'm scraping the bark to create loads of fibrous dust, and with that you just use the knife straight downwards there, no angles, just straight down, 90 degrees, and you just keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing until you've got an half decent amount of powder. And once you've got a flame, believe you me, the rest of this stuff is just going to catch with it. So we're going to see exactly how we get on. Oh, this is not as easy as it looks. I think what I'll do is I'll scrape some material onto it first. Give myself half a chance, because it's really damp. It's been raining loads out here. There's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere here, so let's see how we get on again. No, have to do some more work. Back soon.
Got to eat, mate.
Oh dear. Right, we're going to be using this, which I'll carry with my fire kit. It's just a lot of box, all my fire starting material in there, and tethered to it is my fire soldier ferro rod, complete with its little striker. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this fire started. Bollocks to it. We're not going to be doing no natural fires tonight.
Is the dust still there?
Oh, I think it's nearly there.
Right.
I don't think there's enough of it, if I'm honest.
Right, okay. Oh well, never mind.
We're running out of time and it's getting dark, so rather than fanning around doing it the natural way, we're going to cheat, because preppers are allowed to cheat, it's not a problem. We're going to be using one of these fire dragons. It shouldn't take too long to get this going actually, so we'll see straight away. Yep, I think we're good.
Here we go.
Put the blade away.
Firewood ready.
And there we go. The get out of jail free card. It's the same old thing, you know, if we'd have had more time, yeah, we could practice doing your natural fire lighting, but it's getting dark and we're really hungry and we know how long it takes to get a good fire going, so we'll save some training for another day, I think. But in the meantime, I think we're going to be fine, don't you? We're pretty good out here now.
Yeah, Dad was saying we just need to get the old fire going. Get some grub on the go. We've got some really decent food. I'll give you a close up of that in a moment.
Just had to be, brother. Just had to be. Right. As we're going to build up the small kindling matrix, good little backup fire dragon, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. And that stuff is in that bottle you gave us?
Yeah, same stuff. So, you know, if it's like bracken, it's been hammering down, you're in the woods, mate, just carve the bottle open and light the whole thing as an emergency, you know, and then you can just chuck all sorts on it. Should be okay.
Yeah.
Because I think that block will burn fiercely for probably about 5 minutes and then it'll start going down, okay. So you need to bloody get all that material on top. Yeah. Get it all nuked up. Pow wow wow, yippee-yay, yippee-yay. Excuse me, you can't do that here. Come here, I've got something for you. Sit on that fire.
Right, I'm going to introduce you to the food. I'm doing it back to front, I haven't done the intro yet. Hi, it's Mindwiseman, everything like that. I don't want to miss the fire. And
oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that old sun's still trying to creep through, isn't it?
It's beautiful, mate.
Wow.
Really nice. Get some heat, you bitch. Get some heat.
Open the lid.
Hey?
The aroma's wafting out of this container.
What is this, all the delicatessen stuff?
Yeah, Daz has got the fire going behind us, and I've got...
Well, the fire is just starting to get established now. Had to act pretty quick, getting all of the correct size wood in place, making sure there's loads of airflow getting through it, feeding it the oxygen. And as I said earlier, a lot of the wood and the woodland around here especially is very, very damp. Hence the smoke that's coming out of it. So we get as much heat as we can in there to start drying it out and eventually catch. And yeah, the object of today's exercise is to get a nice bit of coals on the go, ready for some culinary delights that Pete's kindly provided. I couldn't believe it. He only wanted me to bring a few spuds and a few other things, and bless him, he's taken, he's sorting us both out of loads of scoff. So can't be too bad. It really can't. Well, here's a nice little couple of items I just got recently from Mick over at Animal Tendencies. Nice one, mate. Yeah, perfect. The long shot is I sent the guy loads of cut off pieces of material, Gore-Tex and denier stuff, etc, etc, because he makes kit and he's really good at it too. And he asked me if I wanted some pouches, and I said the only pouches I need are for mess tins. So I said to him, I don't want them too snug, because there's nothing worse than jamming stuff in little bags. I don't like it. So I carried it all in there. The reason I put that down is I'm a bit paranoid. I just don't like, I really can't handle moving around with kit making noise, especially at night time. So I'll go to extra effort to make sure everything is quiet. The last thing I want is to be moving around at night time, clinking and clanking around, because you can hear it for miles, you really can. So thanks a lot for the bags, Mick. They're top drawer, mate. Nice and lightweight. It's going to stop all the rain as well. A nice little pull cord on the top. Top drawer, mate. And look who it is, boys and girls. There's Pete of Mindwiseman. Man, that's a blowjob, isn't it? Check it out. Every now and again we get a bit of well, lack of oxygen, so every now and again just a bit of a blow on there, and wow. Doing a good job, Pete.
Cheers, me dears. I'll just check on the heat above it, so that we know the flame height doesn't get any higher than that, so it doesn't...
Yeah, very important. You don't want a big melted hole in there, do you?
The heat's warm up here, but it's not enough. The plastic's still cool.
Yeah.
So it will be fine, matey.
Cool, nice one, mate.
And then we'll use these coals to fit under the grill to cook our food.
Lovely. Right, let's go and show you guys exactly what we're planning to eat this evening. I've just started a diet, so I don't know how I'm going to fare with this. And you know who this is, don't you? It's Stealth Dog. Hey, Cash. Hey, girl. She's been so well behaved, bless her. She's had a bit of a scare earlier on this year, as Pete mentioned that it's one of his videos lately, and she's a lovely dog, great condition. She's got such a nice shiny coat, and she's so playful still. Nice one. Right then, very, very close to all of the food. Yeah. She's guarding the food. Come on, out the way, because I've got to show the viewers the food. Dog, don't work with dogs and kids.
Yeah, let me come round this side and then
come on, doggy.
Come here, Cash. Here. Come here. Good girl, you sit down there. Good girl. You lay down there. Yes. Yeah.
That's it, large.
Okay, just lie down there.
She's going to want to get in part of the action.
Over here. That's it. Good girl.
Right.
Okay,
we're rolling.
Some homemade wet wipes just for hygiene around the hands.
Blooming hell, Pete.
Stuffed peppers with bulgur wheat, rice, tomatoes and onion.
Oh, that's the homemade stuff you done last night, yeah?
Yeah.
All pre-prepped. I can smell that from here, brother.
Can you smell it? And that's the spicy stuff. So I could get the skewers in the box. I've had to bend them, as you can see, but that's the wild boar meat.
Wild boar? Cubed
up with mushrooms and onion, but it was marinated as well in soy sauce, fresh chopped ginger, garlic, a little bit of like a Worcester type sauce, little bit of sugar, and obviously I'll straighten out these skewers and then we can obviously be handled to put on the grill. And then here we got some kangaroo meat.
All the way
Kangaroo
from Oz,
steaks.
mate. Check it out.
2 right.
Wow. That just looks a bit of a meat fest. And look at that dog, bless her. Here's a little common man idea. I think the phrase is common man. But it's just a cheap way of protecting your night vision. Because the last thing you want to do is when you are out in the woods, when it's dark, is to get some white, bright light shine on you. And it destroys your night vision. And it's going to take a good 20 minutes to half hour to fully get it back. And been using this idea for years. You don't have to buy expensive filters. All this is red sweetie wrapper. In the UK, around Christmas time, Quality Street and Roses, I think, are very popular. And the red ones, I think it's strawberry or something, just use it over the top of an elastic band, and hey presto, it really works. It does. It's spot on. So just a little cheap idea I thought I'd share with you. You don't really need to go spending an awful lot of money on all these expensive filters for head torches and whatnot. Just keep it simple, and it works. It really does. Right, what I've done now is I've just put everything for brew stuff for 24 hours in my little mug. All I've done is some extra kitchen rolls, which, believe you me, really come in handy in a place like this. I've got my tea bags and all the sugar in a Ziploc bag. And I've got some skimmed milk. Whoops, got some skimmed milk in there. Pretty much bulletproof container out of a vintage 70s picnic kit, believe it or not. And yeah, 24 hours. It's going to be cold. There's no chance of that going off. I just prefer it better than that powdery stuff. Why not treat yourself? And as I said on another video, I managed to get most of the Teflon coating, which was falling off in bits, inside my BCB mug. Got it all scraped out at last, most of it anyway. So pretty happy with that. So let's get a nice cup of tea on the go.
Great saucer and some marshmallows to do hot chocolate, things like that. And I'm going to move them coals in a minute, Daz, so you might want to...
Yeah, I've just wanted to get it out of the way so I
right,
can
yeah.
over and get the gloves.
Okay.
Well, Pete's just dragging some of the embers over into the cooking grilling section of our range cooker, which we've made this evening. That looks lovely, mate, doesn't it?
Aye.
Nice and warm too. As I say, the temperature is dropping, and let's have a look. Yeah, that was 10 degrees about 4 minutes ago, so she's dropping now. She's 8 degrees and 71 humidity, as you can see. But mate, with that fire, oh yeah, lovely. So we're going to yeah, get some of the graded sticks on there and just do fire some of that up, because we don't want it completely going out. There we are, chilling by the campfire. The food's on its way, which is always nice. You see the dog in the background there, and you can see me. A nice hot cup of tea. Temperature's dropping out here, so no problem. Right by a nice fire, nice hot cup of tea. There's some good quality kit on. Things aren't too bad, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, it's let me just turn that stupid light off. That's better, isn't it? It's great to be back. It really is. Personally, for myself, you know, finishing up work to get out here, it's a big relief, you know. You know, 60 hours a week since bloody pretty much September. It's taking its toll now. It really is. So this is brilliant, you know. It's not too bad. The burger's not too heavy. It wasn't a long walk by any stretch of the imagination, and after having a nice little funny time setting it all up, it's just nice to kick back, you know. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy this nice cup of tea with my mate here by the fire, and keep an eye on those lovely kebabs, because they're looking yummy. You know what I mean? Yummy, yummy, yummy. If only you could smell that lot. This is proper fire pit cooking, Pete, isn't it, mate?
It certainly is, mate. The art of it is around the edge of the grill is having it so it's away from where the heat is, so I can do what I've just done there without any gloves on.
It's continual jiggling, isn't it?
Aye. Yeah. But I went to see the doctors about that, and since then I've been alright.
So he says.
With the mustard and onion and the meat are virtually all done now, really looking tasty. And then what we decided to do was put the 4 wrapped peppers on top of some flames, because we did actually have them around the coals, so where the torch is just there. But it would take it too long to cook, so Darren sort of stocked up the wood a bit so they can really cook well.
Well, look at this. The kebabs have just come off the hot grills, and I think you can agree. Oh yeah, that is good gear, mate, right there. It really is. That is bang on. Yeah, yummy. Wow, we've got some nice healthy bulgur wheat, some peppers that have been blackened, so they're nice and sweet. Absolutely bloody beautiful. With some wild boar, some mushrooms, some onions, all in there. With some special seasoning, shall we say. I'll tell you what, that really is as good as it looks. It's tender as well, surprisingly. It looks like it's burnt up to charcoal, but it's just moist, beautiful, really good stuff, mate. Wow, it's proper chilly. Well, there's the moon up there. I don't know if it's going to be coming in clear or not. Through them trees. Man, it's proper cold. It's very, very still evening. Down to 0, as you've just seen. You won't be able to see the stars, but there's hundreds of them out there. It's beautiful. Yeah, getting time to get squared away now. We just spread the fire embers over a big area in the pit itself, with the hope that it cools down easier overnight. So it's minimal trouble for us in the morning. We've just put the mega fire basher over the top, because just in case there is any rain coming in the morning, we don't want to be stressed out worrying about rain blowing into our setup, so we just put that back up just for peace of mind, really. And you can see the man himself in there, he's squaring away, ready to with the little doggy there, bless her. And a great night, Pete, eh?
Yeah, it's been spot on, mate. Really, really good. Talking around the fire, eating some nice food, campfire cooked.
Yeah.
Nothing better, is there, mate?
Tickety boo, mate, yeah. No distractions out here, it's beautiful, isn't it?
And the weather, as we said, the weather has been such a turn up for the books. It's supposed to be rainy, wasn't it? Windy, yeah. And the sky's clear, stars, half moon in the distance.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. We thought we were going to get soaked out, didn't we?
Yeah, we've been very, very lucky, mate. It's like the Bermuda Triangle over this part of the woods, it really is. Yeah. And we escaped all sorts.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I say, we're just letting that fire just do its thing. And I'm going to be getting in my pit now and having a nice night's kip with a bit of luck. Catch you in the morning.
still a bit sort of spaced, aren't you? Still a bit hormonal. Sunlight right in the centre, mate.
Oh wow.
Straight through the middle of our patch.
It's definitely a room with a view, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love all that lush green over there with the sun hitting it. It's just like a big, pretty carpet, isn't it? Well, what could be better on the start of a bit of a shitstorm? A nice, freshly cooked pancake, swimming in maple syrup. So it's pretty much American style. We've just had a couple of Scotch eggs as well, so don't worry, boys. We've had our bacon and eggs. Now we've got a bit of calories to get us on the move when we hump our burdens out of this lovely wilderness. Cheers. Well, we've actually got hail coming down now. I've just this second was out there cleaning my teeth and come under the basher and showering from that freezing cold rain. Wow. Welcome to the UK, boys and girls. We have 4 seasons in one day. If you can survive here, mate, you can survive probably anywhere. Well, sorry it's been a bit of a weird video. If truth be known, Pete and I was getting on so well, we've just been talking pretty much constant throughout the entire trip. And some of the things we're talking about, you know, not really suitable for YouTube really, it's just like personal stuff and whatnot. So apologies for not sort of involving you, but this is just like a short, weird video diary of us just getting out in the woods, you know, just getting away from technology and all the bullshit that's going on modern day world stuff really. It's had an amazing time, and as I said earlier, we've been really lucky with the weather. We just got a bit of drizzle and a bit of hail now and again, but nothing major. The temperature got down to freezing as we saw earlier. But you know, if you carry the right kit and look after yourself and eat a big nice warm meal just before you go to bed, go and have a pee, get it out of your bladder, should be fine. No waking up during the night for a little pee, it's not a good idea. So yeah, that's basically been us. I think Pete's just going to ask for a call on nature over there somewhere. And I'm pretty much about 50% packed away at the moment. So I'm going to crack on doing all that and then get all this set up down and everything. And then I think we'll have a nice little walk around and get ourselves out of it. So catch up with you soon. Well, what I was doing when I put the old cabinet up, I've got loads of springy clips to clip everywhere, and Pete just mentioned that if you just get some sticks and thread it through, it's just a quick, easy way to secure it. So it's it seems to have worked. It's held up anyway. It hasn't blown out from the storm, and that's all it is. Just find any old stick, and all I've done was I just pushed it through the loop like that, come back on itself, and put the peg in there to secure it. We've had some wind and rain, and it didn't come down. So it's just another reason of when you come out trying these sort of things that you see on videos and learning from other people, it's always good to see if it works, which it did, and pass it on. So if anyone can take anything from that, just a simple little idea, but it was really effective, and you don't need to go out and buy loads of kit. Just look on the floor and think for yourself and try something. If it works, it works. Well, we're taking the camp down now, making sure we leave no traces. What I'm just going to show you now is very quickly how I've done it. I've actually tied the bungees onto the tag there. It's a 6mm bungee cord, and I've tied a knot on the other end after it's gone through one of these hooks. And you can make them any distance you want really, but what I tend to find was every time I do something like this, I always find that the central point there, let me come back a bit, which you pull out, always needs to be longer. to go over a branch overhead, for example. So I've made it extra long. It just goes on and on and on. Right up the top there. It's quite a long way away, as you can see. Well, what I thought I'd do is try something different. It was pretty much pre-agreed between Pete and myself how we was going to set the camp up. Two lean-tos facing each other, a rain tarp over the top to protect the fire, and communal gathering, etc. So on that basis, what I thought I'd do is the basher, as I said, we've got bungee cords that are pre-tied, but on these corners there aren't. So the idea being is I've got a pre-tied piece in the middle, a pre-tied piece on that end, but not on this end. And when I've taken out the bag and you want to do it quickly, rather than rumble around all the edges to find out what corner's what, all I've done was I just put a piece of yellow tape on the bottom side, so you can't really see it from there, but when you've got it out the bag you can see it clearly, and you know exactly that that's going to be one corner facing away from the camp, that end and that end, and these two central points and the other corner are going to run out your ridge line in the middle and the corner fastening for the other end. It's just a quick way of orientating a basher before you actually construct the shelter. And as always, when you're packing away, it makes more sense to hank your fastenings really. And I know it's bungee cord, but it shouldn't discourage you from doing this just because it's not paracord or whatever cordage you're going to be using. Now all I tend to do is to do it very simply like this, and probably leave about a foot or so for you to tie around. Now what I tend to do is I will go over like this, and then I will cross it over the top there, like that. And that's going to prevent it unravelling accidentally. And you just go round and round and round until you've got the end piece, and you can just fasten it on wherever you want. And that's pretty much going to keep it together, albeit very temporarily. It doesn't really matter. The point is, when you pack it away, not going to come all undone, get all tangled up and wound up and be a bit of a nightmare. It just makes it easy to transport and to set up really. And also, when you come across moss when you're out and about, another little trick is just to get your tent peg with all the mud on it, and you can just wipe it all off. And this is quite a good universal piece of equipment when you consider it. It really is that good. See, it's got most of the mud off there. It's pretty damn good. And you can use it for all sorts of things. You can just take it off. With a section like this, you could wipe out mess tins, metal mugs when you're cleaning. And earlier on, it's that pretty much clean and sterile. I mean, by all means, if you want to, give it a little smell first, just to make sure a dog hasn't peed on it, because that's the last thing you want to do. But you just wash your teeth, and you've got you know, toothpaste all around your lips and stuff. You can just wipe it straight off with something like this. But it saves using your arm or your sleeve or a bit of tissue or something. You just use what's around you. As long as it all gets taken away with you, and it's not gets scattered on the floor, by all means use it. I mean, that's going to recover itself and be fine in no time. But it's just another nature's way of providing you with flannels and sponges you can wash with it. Nice bit of kit that. Well, I don't know if you can see that there, but it's quite dry along the middle, slightly raised. And what I've done is I've got all this moss earlier and just created a platform for my ground sheet to go over the whole lot. Then I had my inflatable pillow on top of that. Then I had my air mat on top of that and my sleeping bag, so it's naturally raised. Nice comfortable height for your head to sit on. And I've gathered up loads of leaf litter there, and you need loads of it, believe me, loads and loads and loads. And I sort of convexed it out along the middle all the way along. It's just so I can sit in and I'm not going to roll off of it, if that makes sense. And it just goes to show how much it flattens after you've been laying on it all night. Tidying up now, pretty much about 20 minutes away from moving out. That's the fire pit there, which I'm just going to use Pete's trail to just backfill, get it all in and covered up, because we really are going to leave no trace whatsoever. We all pride ourselves of it, and you should never ever scrimp, especially at this stage. Well, we've got the Leatherman sidekick there. That's always tethered to me bogan now. Because if I do need to get it, it's not going to get lost. And on the outer ring, I've just got my little night eyes clip light. Tiny little thing, really ultralight LED, which stays in there at all times. Because if you are setting up in the dark, and there is that certain something that you really want to find quick, rather than rummage around, you can just get that down in there and illuminate what's inside the bug and to see exactly what's going on. Of course, if you're going proper stealth, you can just red over that, like I showed earlier, with that tiny little torch. But it's all it like there is little tips and tricks to help you out when you're spending loads of time in places like this with no help around at all. You have to look after yourself and think for yourself. And for me personally, that is one of the big things for me, what I enjoy. You know, set yourself little targets and goals, and without certain pieces of kit. So you really have to think your way out of the situation. Because in my eyes, I don't think many of us invest time into thinking for ourselves. A lot of it's done for us. You can just go into Google and find anything at the drop of a hat. But out here, there's no Google, there's no people, there's nothing. So that's me. We'll conclude with finishing off the camp and the leave no trace. Well, we've had a wicked time out. It's been great to hook up with Pete again, especially in his neck of the woods. So yeah, firma terra firma, pretty much. And it's a really good, it's a lovely woodland, it really is. It's got a good mixture of all sorts of trees. And it looks pretty old too, which is always nice. But I still need to find a good woodland with loads of pine trees, because I really want to try this natural shelter stuff with spruce bales, and chopping pine down, it's a lot easier than hardwoods. But I'll get there in the end. When I get some time, I'll find a decent place. But we've just done a good tidy up, and mate, you wouldn't even know we was here. Done a great job as always, as we actively encourage you to do so as well. There's nothing worse than turning up to a nice proposed flat site and just seeing rubbish bags and fire pits all over the place. It ain't good, it really ain't. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Right, so thanks for watching. It's been a good laugh, mate, to both get out and learn off each other, chew the fat, blah blah blah.
Being in the outdoors,
And it's really weird because it feels like there's some hauntings and whatnot going on. It's a bit of spooky feeling.
yeah, it's an ancient woodland, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to explain, and
Funny
then
sort of vibes.
sometimes, yeah, you get the feeling you're being watched. Well, that was a wicked time out. I really must have. Oh, I'll tell you what. There he is. Who's in there?
Oh, blimey. Oh, that tickles, don't You've been tickling me all night. You know?
Oh, look at that little dog down there. Look. Oh, that's crap.
Do you retake? Yeah, tickle on my nose.
Right, find you both in there. Yeah, just. So, nice one, Pete. It's been a good one, mate. Isn't it?
Mate, it's been good to return the. To yeah, right, start again.
Music.